Could you please introduce yourself first?
Yeah, I'm Spencer from Panic at the Disco.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. You just told me you played Pop last night. Can you tell us something about the show?
Yeah, it was awesome. We also did Highland Festival in Germany the day before. It was our first. These are really our first big European festival run that we've ever done. So it's been fun to see kind of what everybody always talks about, you know.
And for you guys, it went extremely quick. The success. How do you cope with that? Because just in a matter of seconds, you were like superstar, so to speak.
I mean, it's definitely a surprise, and it's definitely something that we're learning how to, trying to learn how to deal with as it comes along. I mean, I guess there's no format of exactly what's the right moves to do and what's not right, but I don't know. I think we definitely get really very stressed by the success, only because we feel like now we have this expectation that we need to live up to. Every time we come back needs to be better than the time before, which is the way that it should be. And that stress only ends up making us be more creative and coming up with bigger ideas and making us better. But because it happened so fast, we've kind of had to deal with it and not kind of grow into that big band that and everything that comes with that. So I don't know. It's been exciting, It's been fun. It's just trying to keep our heads around everything and making sure that we're making all the right decisions and that we know exactly where we want to go and taking all the steps to get there.
You started like playing Blink-182 covers, is that right? But when I listen to your album, it sounds pretty complex. How did you manage to make that growth?
Well, I mean, when me and Ryan started the band, or started playing music about 4 years ago, I mean, Blink-182 was the biggest rock band in the U.S., so that's what we listened to, and their songs are pretty easy. So they were some of the first songs we ever learned to play, and then we started writing our own songs, and then over that next couple of years, before we even started this band, our influences and what we listened to had changed, and then, then we got Brendan in the band, and from there, again, obviously constantly changing what you're listening to and what you want to play. And then by the time we started writing our record, I mean, we were pretty far from wanting to write Blink-182 songs. And we just had a really fun time experimenting with instruments we'd never really used before. I mean, we used trumpet and accordion and xylophone on a record. And, I mean, none of us have a ton of experience with any of those instruments, so it's kind of figuring out as we went, which was exciting and fun. So I think we'll continue to do things like that on our next record and from here and, whatever we do. So.
Do you need that challenge to, take instruments you're not familiar with and make a cool song with it?
I mean, I think that if somebody just says, well, I've never used this instrument, so I'm going to put it in a song, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good. It's kind of... it was us realizing that you can add more than just guitar, bass, and drums, and you can add other instruments, and if anything, it makes it sound a little more original than what a lot of bands are doing, and you can add some stuff that really makes it sound cool and different and better than what it would be with just the basic rock band instruments. So, I mean, on our next record, I don't know if we're going to dive into as many things that we've never used before or just continue to use the things that we kind of discovered on our last record. But like I said, it was a lot of fun finding out, what you can do with more than just the basic instruments that a normal rock band uses.
You also have some electronic things on the album. Why did you choose for that?
Well, I think it was the same kind of a thing. I mean, we didn't have a ton of experience with different synthesizers and electronic drums. I mean, we had a... I think it's
raining inside.
That was the same kind of thing, kind of experimenting. It's a completely different concept than using like an accordion, because an accordion sounds like an accordion, but you're using a keyboard. It's got a million different sounds in there, and sitting there and going through over and over and over, and which one sounds right and which one doesn't. And then, using it to kind of mix the dance techno kind of feeling that those instruments give off, mixing that with the rock, and then the rock music that we were normally playing, and then later on in the CD adding all those other instruments as well. It was kind of just a fun experiment for us. So.
Yeah, let's go back in history. You were discovered by Peter from Fallout Boy. Can you tell me how you first met and how that?
Yeah, we Brendan, the band with the 4 people that are in now, I mean, have been together we've probably been together about 6 months, and we're written like 2 or 3 songs because we were still in school, we were still having jobs, we could only practice a couple times a week. We wrote a couple songs and just recorded them on Ryan's laptop in our practice place, and we posted 2 demos online. And Ryan posted a link to the website on Fall Out Boy's live journal on the internet, and Pete happened to see it, happened to click on it, listened to the songs, and contacted us and said he wanted to come to Las Vegas, where we're from, and just watch us play the songs in our practice place. I mean, we couldn't play a show, we only had 2 or 3 songs, so he listened, and that night he said he wanted to sign us. So from that point on, you know, we had 4 months to write 15 songs, and then went into the studio and recorded. So
it just immediately signed you guys.
It was completely out of the blue for us, and completely just surprising. Like I said, he'd only heard 2 or 3 songs, and said he wanted to sign it. So I mean, it made us a little nervous, thinking that, well, he likes these 2 or 3 songs, but if we write stuff that sounds any different from this, are they going to not like it? Which was awesome that we didn't really let that thought get into our heads too much, and we wrote songs that didn't sound anything like those, and they ended up loving them. So it worked out for the best.
Can you name the songs you posted online?
Yeah, we posted the demo for Time to Dance, the demo for Nails for Breakfast, Tax for Snacks, and then one song that was the first song we ever wrote that wasn't on the album. It didn't even have a name, I don't think. We never recorded it after the demo.
Yeah, can you tell me how your life looks like right now? Because you're touring the world. Are you still in school, or are you?
No, we all graduated high school, but I never started college or anything. So, yeah, it's right now. I mean, I'm about to turn 19, but I mean, right now I'm 18, and I've been to, 3 continents already, and we're going to Australia in a month, which is insane. I mean, when I was 2 years ago, if you would have told me that, I would have never believed it. And the fact that we're getting to do all those things because of music, and because of going and playing shows that all these kids every night, makes it almost just seem too good to be true, especially this fast. And I don't know, I hope it lasts as long as it can, just because it's obviously one of the funnest things we've ever experienced. And it's something that I think all of our friends and everybody we know are kind of a little, not jealous of, but you know what I mean? It's like you go home and you say, I just went to Australia, I just went to Japan, I just went to Europe. It's like, wow, it's amazing. So,
doesn't it scare you a bit, all those hysteria around you guys?
A little bit. I mean, there's always that thought of like the bands that get huge and then a year later nobody cares about them. I mean, that's definitely a thought, but there's not a formula that you can follow to ever stop that, or ever, it's just, it happens to some bands, and it's unfortunate, but we're doing everything we possibly can to keep everything that we're doing original and exciting, and making sure that everything we do is exactly where we want the band to go. And we'll see. Like I said, there's no way to guarantee that we're going to be at this level in a year, and so you just kind of have to go with it and see where it takes you.
Let's get into the video for I Write Sins. It's nominated for 5 VMA awards. Who came up with the concept for the video?
Well, the concept for the video, we were playing a show in Los Angeles, and we had a meeting with Shane Drake, the director of the video, It was the first time we ever met him, and the whole point of the meeting was we're just going to sit down and talk and see if he was somebody that we'd want to work with. Well, the whole point wasn't really to come up with a concept, but we got there, we started talking, we kind of realized that we shared a lot of similar thoughts on what we want the video to be, and within a couple hours of talking, we pretty much came up with the general entire concept for the video. I mean, all the little details were figured out later, but it was a mixture between him knowing what was possible for the video and us kind of with the creative ideas of knowing what we wanted, what we didn't want, and then getting this concept. It was just kind of different than anything we'd ever seen before, and really being excited about that, and then just growing from there. So yeah, it was exciting for our first video. I mean, I don't think we could have asked for a better experience.
When I listen to the album and when I see the video, it's sort of like you have some opera influences in your music and like presence. Where does that come from?
I don't know. It's hard to say because honestly, I mean, none of us were in theater and school. None of us ever had and I guess it's the same thing when we were talking about the musical instruments. I mean, those are things that we don't have experience in and we haven't ever done anything with. So then when we had the opportunity to kind of bring like a theatrical thing into our videos or our live show, because we'd never done it before, it really excited us and really made us want to do that kind of stuff. And then the response from the kids from seeing the video and stuff, it's really been awesome to see that they realize it's something different than what a lot of bands are doing, and just makes us want to kind of go further in that direction because it's really exciting and really different.
Cool. Another thing, how important is MySpace, like the biggest hype of today? How important is that for the band? So you have like more than 1 million friends?
Yeah, it's
kind of bizarre.
Yeah, it's huge. It's this thing where kids are able to go online and listen to whatever songs they want to hit play on and type in whatever bands they want to hear. They don't have the DJ saying, well, this is what we're going to play, and they don't have the person at MTV saying, this is the videos we're going to play. So, and it's a way that, like I said, people in Australia or people in Europe or people in Japan were able to hear our songs before we ever left Las Vegas, and that is something that could have never happened 20 years ago. And so now it's kind of becoming the normal thing for every band to post songs on the internet. I mean, it's just the thing that everybody does now. And now record labels are having to go to these websites and look for new bands because it's where everybody's starting, and it's really cool, and it's completely different than what people have been used to. So it's exciting.
Do you check out your own page much?
Every once in a while. We definitely did when we first posted songs. We want to see how many kids listen to it. And now it's kind of like insane where with like the messages that people leave, I mean, if you don't check it every hour, you're not going to see, it's already gone. The messages are already gone. And so it's kind of hard to keep up with. But it's a good outlet to let everybody know exactly what's going on with your band, with like dates of performances and everything, all the news. I mean, kids know to go to websites like that, so it's cool.
Do you get to hang out with fans much after shows or before shows?
Well, we definitely did when we were a little bit smaller. Now, sometimes on our headlining shows, if there's like 4,000 or 5,000 people there, I mean, if we go out to sign stuff, we'll be out there for 5 hours to sign everybody's things. But we always go out and we'll do meet and greets with fans, and we'll sign as much stuff and take pictures as much as we can. With big, huge shows like this, it's kind of hard because there's so many different people here for so many different bands. But we always do signings and things like that because those are the kids that are buying our record and listening to it and buying tickets to the show. So I think they deserve that,
Name one or a couple of bizarre kind of feedback you got from fans. I think you hear some pretty wild stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, well, sometimes we'll see people that come to the video or come to the show dressed up like people in the video with like crazy face paint or like masks on or all kinds of crazy stuff, which is kind of cool. We always get like crazy presents and stuff from the fans.
Like what?
Sometimes we get like scrapbooks with all these pictures that they've found on the internet of us and like poems that they write to us, and then sometimes they give us cookies and like cake. We got a cake yesterday Yeah, and like a stuffed animal heart thing that says "I love you" on it. So like, yeah, it's crazy.
Right. Do you guys have girlfriends or?
Me and John and Brendan do. I believe Brendan does. I'm not sure. And Ryan doesn't. He's trying to find a celebrity girlfriend. That's what he wants. Yeah. He wanted to take like a movie star actress to the VMAs, but I don't think he found one.
Is it difficult to maintain a relationship?
Yeah, it's very difficult. I mean, we're gone so much and being so busy all the time, and shows just get added and added and added, and it's like I don't know when I'm going to be home for more than a week at a time. So you talk a lot on the phone and all that kind of stuff, and I mean I guess it makes the times that you are home that much better. So
when was the last time you were at home?
Well, before we flew to Europe a couple days ago, we were home for about a week. And before that, we were on a 2-month tour. So, I mean, it had been a while. But it's kind of goes with the territory, I guess, of being in a band.
Can you tell me why your previous bass player left?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it was definitely just a difference of the drive to really try to take the band to the next level was the same with me, Ryan, and Brendan. And he really didn't share that drive of he didn't really act like he wanted to, like it interested him, and he didn't act like he wanted it to be 100% part of his life. So we had met John already, and we knew that he was completely dedicated and wanted to do this for a living, and we thought it would just be the best move at the time.
Do you still keep in contact?
A little bit, not all the time. We're so busy, it's like, so just a little bit.
Well, I have to wrap it up. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
And good luck to you.
Thank you. You too.